everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from Physio Function, and I'm going to be taking this level 3 different strokes exercise class today. So for those of you who are new to these classes, level 3 classes are designed for individuals who have reasonably good movement in their affected leg, but may have some restricted movement in their affected arm. The class will be a combination of seated and standing exercises. So please make sure for your standing exercises you have something sturdy to hold on to. So that could be a kitchen bench like I'm going to use, or it could be a sturdy upright chair or table. Also be aware that it is a requirement that you have someone available to assist you or supervise you with exercises as needed. So today we are going to be doing an upper body strength circuit. So the primary focus today is strengthening your arms. We're going to be doing this in a combination, so we could do some seated and some standing. I will try and provide you options for both. So you will have an element of balance work in there as well, because if you're completing them in standing, you're going to have to stabilize and balance also. Okay, so let's get started with a bit of a warm-up. So let's start by doing some nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall in your chair. And we're just going to start loosening and mobilizing your upper body, your trunk, and a little bit in your legs as well. Nice big rolls. Okay, so one arm at a time. I want you to try and do some bigger movements. So moving your arm as well as your shoulder, and almost like a backstroke motion. So for this class, it is optional, but I'm going to be using some light hand weight. So I'm going to be using some water bottles. You can use some tins of food if you've got them, water bottles, household items, or you can do the exercises with no weight. Or if you've got hand weights, you can use hand weights also. Let's do some movement forward now with those shoulders. So just pick something that you have available to you. Lovely, couple more swimming motions. Good, okay. We're going to start by doing some arm raises now. So we're going to try and lift those arms up in front, reach to the ceiling and back down. Option here, you could have your hands clasped together, assisting your affected arm. Or if you can, just reaching up to wherever is comfortable for you, just working within your limits and ranges. I want you to reach down, really reach forward, 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 and up. Lengthen through your side body, especially on that affected side. We can often get quite stuck and shortened on our affected side and down. Especially if you do have restriction and weakness in your shoulder. Sometimes that can cause us to side bend a little bit on the affected side. So you can have your hands together, again reaching forward and up, really thinking about lengthening up, ribs up and away from your hips and down. Okay, so we're just going to do some gentle arm openings and closings now. Gentle swing open and back together. Make sure you have enough room around you. You're not going to hit your arms on the chairs or walls, or I mean near the fridge. Lovely, so just gently opening and closing. So we're just warming up. We're not forcing anything here. We're sitting nice and tall. We're just trying to get some heat, some blood flow to our muscles. Lovely. Couple more here. Nice opening of that chest. Lovely. Rest your hands down on your lap. Move them to your right knee. I want you to try and open up that right arm behind you. Turn your body to follow your hand. Come back to the middle and then to the left. So hands on the left knee. Open that left arm around. Rotating from the waist, following your hand with your eyes, and back. So just getting a bit of thoracic, so that's the middle of your body, rotation, okay? Moving hands to the right, let's Open that right arm. Now, you don't have to go very far. I don't want you to think about how far you get. I want you to more think about the rotation that's happening from your waist. So you're just getting that gentle stretch in to your, you might feel a little bit of a stretch in your back, a little bit of a stretch in your waist where you're rotating. Round to the left, let's open and follow. Back to the middle, hands to the right, one more each side, open. And come back to the middle, hands to the left, open round to the left, twisting from that waist. Back to the middle, hands down by your side. Let's reach that right arm down to the floor. Again, think of lengthening up that left side body. Option, if it's available to you, you could slice that left arm overhead or just a bit in front. Lower that left arm, return to the middle. Left arm down to the floor. Again, you can think about just lifting those ribs up away from your pelvis. Or option to slice that right arm up overhead and really get that stretch to your side body. Back to the middle. Right arm down to the floor. Remember, lifting those left ribs up away from your pelvis. Option to slice that hand overhead. You could have your assistant help you with this. And down if you struggle with lifting your arm. Down to the left, option to slice that right arm overhead. Completely optional. You could still be here, and I want you to just think about lifting those ribs up away from your pelvis. One more each side. Right arm down, option to slice up and overhead with the left. Really feel that side body stretch, really nice. We often get really tight around here. And left arm down, lengthen those ribs up away from your hips. Slicing that right arm up overhead if you please, or if you desire. And return to center. Fantastic. Let's start now just doing some gentle stretches with our legs and movement with our legs to get them warmed up. Let's start by doing some marching. So marching on the spot, lifting alternate legs, swinging your arms. Just going to start to get our breath rate up a little bit, get us warm. It's good to get our whole body warmed up. Even though we're concentrating on the arms mainly, it's still important that we warm the rest of the body and prepare for exercise. It's really nice just to move. A little bit of movement each day can just make the absolute world of difference. Kind of sort of prevent and minimize those aches and pains. Okay, let's tap those alternate heels in front. A lot of people say movement is medicine. It really is. That's it, guys. Keep it going. Alternating those legs. Excuse my squeaky chair. And apologies if you do end up hearing a bit of loud noise outside. There's some construction going on. So it shouldn't last long, but keeps going every now and again. You'll hear a motor running. Lovely. Okay, let's do some side steps. And I want you, if you can, to reach the opposite way. Getting those arms and those legs moving, working on that coordination a little bit as well. So we're going to be focusing on upper body strength for the next 3 weeks. So 2 more sessions after today. We are then going to go into some lower body strength exercises. So it'll be really nice for you to be able to mix and match throughout your weeks. Lovely. Let's reach up a little bit. Good. And rest. Fantastic. Okay, so just to get our legs going, we are going to be coming into a standing position at points in this circuit. So the first exercise we will do in sitting, but just to warm our legs up that little bit more, I just want you to try now and see if you can do 10 sit to stands. So we're going to work on doing this together. Just really get those legs moving and warm. Feet back underneath your knees, okay? Make sure you're sitting towards the edge of your chair. You can use your hands if you need to. Make sure you've got something to hold on to if you need when you're standing. Off we go. We're going to stand up, forward, up. Find that symmetry. Really just get to feeling what you like here in standing. Okay? Squeezing that bottom, growing nice and tall, feeling equal weight through your legs. Slowly sit down. Good. Let's go again. 2. Squeeze and lift. Let's get those legs warm and ready. 3. So just working at your own pace here. 4. So you can choose if it's taking you a little bit longer. You can choose to pause the video and join back in when you're finished, or you can work for the same amount of time. 6. Nearly there. Good. Lean forward and big equal push up. 7. Really squeeze your bottom at the top as well. Get those muscles waking up. 8. Good. 9. Push. Lovely. Let's do one more. 10. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, guys. So we're going to be going through a series of exercises. So we're going to be working for a minute. We're going to have a short rest, and then we're going to do another 30-second blast. We're going to then rest between the exercises. So you're going to be doing 90 seconds per exercise. There are 6 exercises. So the first one we're going to be doing is a chest press. So you can do this one in sitting. If you have some hand weights, I'm using water bottles, so you could use bottles, cans, light weights. You could use 2, or alternately, if you have some difficulty with your movement in your upper limb, you could use 1 and hold it together, or you don't have to use any. You could, if you wanted to, you could just focus on your affected side, okay, and be assisting the movement. Or you could always hold a weight in your unaffected, and if you can't do that in your affected, just work with a weight in your unaffected side and nothing in your affected, and just work on the movement pattern. So, first exercise, I'm going to turn to the side to show you. I want you to sit towards the edge of your chair. We're then going to sit back. So we're in a bit of a reclined position here. Holding your weights, or remember, you can hold 1 together, both hands to assist, or you can have none. Okay, we're going to press forward and come back, forward and back. So it's a bit of a chest press here. We're working these muscles at the front of our chest and our shoulders, okay, which are important muscles for when you're going to reach for something. We're going to be working through all the different movements in our arms throughout this circuit. So we're going to go for 60 seconds. So get yourselves in position. Remember, you could just be working on your affected side, supporting and guiding with your unaffected if you wanted to, or purely just working on that affected. It's completely up to you. Get my stopwatch ready. Okay, recline, off we go. Pressing forward and back. I want you to really think about setting those shoulder blades back. If you're doing both arms separately, think about them moving at the same time. Remember, you could have your arms together. You could be assisting and holding those weights together. Or you could have no weights. That's absolutely fine. You could have pillows behind your back. If that's a bit too hard there, you could just come here, okay? If it's too hard in that reclined position, I want you to just think about reaching forward and back in an upright position. Okay? Let's do a couple more here. Good. One more. And then relax. Fantastic. We're going to have a short rest. Make sure you grab a drink if you want one, okay? We're then going to do 30 more seconds of chest press. So same exercise, just 30 seconds this time. So, yeah, if you need to grab a drink, grab one. Give everything a roll out. You might be feeling those shoulder muscles, those chest muscles working. Okay, get my stopwatch ready. Okay, gonna go in 3, 2, 1, off we go, 30 seconds. Really think about pushing those weights forward and back. Remember, you could be assisting. Try and make sure when you're sat back as well, although you're leaning back, you're not slumped, okay? Try and keep that straight back so tummy muscles are in. You could have pillows behind you. Good, let's do one more. And rest, fantastic. Okay, sorry, it's my watch speaking to me again. Next exercise. We are going to be coming up into standing. Okay, so again, grab yourself a drink if you need one. If you need a bit longer, then feel free to pause the video and then start back when you can. We're going to be leaning on the bench. So, in a plank position. Now, how far back you stand determines how difficult you want it to be. I prefer it to be quality, okay, over quantity or how hard it is. So I want you to stand somewhere you can maintain good form. So if you're leaning just a little bit onto the counter, trying to lean through both hands, keeping that tummy in, really squeezing your bottom to keep a nice straight back, nice straight line. We're going to be rowing one arm back and forward, and then the other arm back and forward. So we're working on stabilizing with one arm whilst we then think about squeezing the shoulder blade back on the other side. Now it's completely up to you. If you wanted, you could use a weight, put it down, grab it, row, or you could do this with no weight. Absolutely up to you. Remember, the further back your feet are, the harder it is. So pick somewhere that works well for you. You could be just here, you could be just leaning a little bit down through the counter. Okay, it's whatever you're doing to maintain good technique. Okay, we are going to go for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Find that plank, nice and upright, looking forward, row one arm back, squeeze shoulder blade. Plant that hand, feel the connection to the side. So you're really trying as best you can to minimize how much movement is happening at your body. Again, you could just be here. It doesn't matter. The main thing is I want you to think about leaning some weight down through your hands if you can and rowing back. Now, if you really can't get weight or weight bear through your affected side, just focus on that row part, okay? Alternate rowing of those shoulders back. So you're pulling your elbow back, squeezing shoulder blade back together. If you can, alternating. Okay, remember, if this is available to you, you could be in this weight-bearing position. Good. And have a rest there. Grab a drink if you need one. We're then going to go for another 30 seconds. So just a short rest for this one. Remember, you're working at your own pace. Very much quality over quantity. Okay. Let's go for that final 30 seconds. Off we go, leaning on our arms, pulling back, and then alternating. Remember, you can be standing wherever you can maintain that good form. Even if you're standing upright, I want you to think about drawing in your tummy, squeezing your bottom. Really remember that posture, that alignment, equal weight through your legs. And rest. Fantastic. Okay, grab yourselves a drink. We're going to go on to the next exercise. So, option for this one. You can do this one standing, okay? Or you can do it in sitting. Now, standing, we're going to be doing a shoulder press. So, we are holding our weights. We are pushing, reaching up overhead. You can't really see me there. Reaching up overhead and back down. So, remember, you could be doing hands together, and you can do this in sitting. Now, if you are going to be doing, if you need a bit of balance but you want to do it standing, then you can alternate one arm holding on while the other arm is reaching, and I'll tell you when we're halfway. If you want to purely focus on your arms and not your balance, then you can sit down. Again, we can be here, or we could be holding one and coming here, okay? So we're going to go for 1 minute. Off we go. So reaching up and down. Remember, you don't have to be using hand weights. If you wanted to just focus on your affected, you could just be helping the arm up and down. Okay, with or without a weight. We're just saying I'm working those shoulders. Lovely. Good. Up and down. Remember, you can be standing, sitting. If you're standing, you're going to be working those balance muscles a bit more. But even when you're sitting, I want you to think about being in nice posture. Good. You should be feeling those shoulders. Fantastic. Nearly there. And rest. Lovely, we are there. Okay, have a little rest. Now, if you've just done a minute on your affected side and you think that's about it for you, you could do your unaffected side for the final 30 seconds, or again, you could just continue with both of them. So, get yourselves ready. We are going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. We're reaching up and down. Lovely. Remember, you could still just be focusing on your affected side. Hands could be together, or if they're separate, you could always have your assistant help you with your affected side. You're just reaching with in whatever range is available to you as well. If you can't reach all the way overhead, that is fine. Okay, just working with what's available, not pushing into any pain. Good. Last one. And relax. Oh, give your arms a good shake. And have a rest. Whoops, lost my water bottle. Okay, the next one we're going to do. Again, you could stay sitting if you wanted to, or you could do this in standing. So in sitting, I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be leaning slightly forward. My back is straight, so please be aware, we're not rounded. We're nice and upright or nice and straight in our back, but we are leaning forward ever so slightly. Arms are down. We're going to row, straighten, bend, come backwards. Pull back with the elbows, straighten them, bend and come back. Now you could do this without weight. If you want to do it in standing and you just want to focus on your affected side, you could do this in a split stance. So you could have your unaffected leg forward, your affected leg back, leaning onto the bench with your unaffected side. Here, again, on your affected side, your elbow back, straighten, and bend. So that's the option. If you want to just focus on your affected side and you want to come to standing, you could, if you wanted to, work on both if you have the ability to stabilize through your affected side. So we're going to go for 1 minute. I'm going to show you the one in sitting. Off we go. So with or without your weight, lean forward ever so slightly. Shoulders are back, neck is neutral. Pull in, straighten, and bend. Lovely. Pull back, straighten. Fantastic. Really think about pulling back with the elbows, shoulders come back together, then squeeze those triceps, muscles at the back of your arm to straighten. Really nice one for your back body here. Good one for those muscles at the back of your arm. And again, just working with whatever range is available to you. But really think about keeping those collarbones wide here, shoulders back together. Lovely. Let's do one more. And relax. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to go into 30 seconds and then we are going to be doing, we've got 2 more exercises left. Because of time, we might just do a minute on the last 2. Okay? So we're going to do 30 more seconds of this one. Ready? Off we go. We're rowing, extending. Lovely. Row back, extend. Back, extend. Keep those shoulders back. Neck is neutral, so find a point in front of you to look at. Pull those elbows back. Straighten those elbows. Awesome work, guys. This has been a lovely full body workout or full arm workout. Stop there. Okay, 2 more exercises. So these ones we're just going to do 1 minute each. Okay, so these are both muscles we've already worked. We're just going to be doing them again. So the next one we're going to do is our push-up. So this one we are going to be doing in standing. So make your way in front of the bench, okay? So if you've got a table, you can use a table. Try if you can to position your hands underneath or just slightly outside of your shoulders, okay? Again, the further back your feet are, the harder it is. You could do this on a wall as well. You could have your hands together over one another, okay? So option is for the wall or the bench. Okay, again, you could, if you want to, have your hands together, or if you can, just shoulder width apart. Have someone, if you need to, they can help you support that arm on your affected side. We're going to lower down, bending the elbows, sticking out your bottom, and then push up. So it's like a little push up. So what you're going to be doing is making sure that you're not rounding, so you're keeping your chest up, you're just bending at your hips, sticking your bottom back as you bring your chest down towards the bench. If you're doing it against the wall, you're bringing your chest and your head towards the wall. Really making sure you keep your tummy tight, your bottom tight, nice and straight in alignment, not letting yourself round or over arch. 1 minute. Get yourselves ready. Off we go. Down and push up. Good. Really keep that tummy in here. Keep those shoulders back as well. Don't let them round too much. Really working those chest muscles, those triceps at the back of your arm. And as well, you can just go however far is comfortable for you. Really nice, guys. Almost there. This is the final push. Really nice. Keep it going. Got 20 seconds. Your arms should be feeling it. Awesome. Almost there. Good. 1 more. And straighten. Lovely. Fantastic. Okay. The last one we're going to do, again, option. You can do this in sitting, or if you want the extra balance challenge, you could do it in standing. Just make sure that you're safe, and if you've got someone there to supervise you. So we are going to be curling and pressing for 1 minute. The final bit. So you're going to be bending the elbows, lifting overhead. Option, again, you could do this no weight. You could have your hands together. Okay, or you could just be focusing on that affected side. Okay, so you could do this in sitting as well, or you're curling and pressing here. Okay, pick your option. We're going to go for 1 minute. If you're working on your affected side as well, you could be holding on with your other arm. All right, we are going to go in 3, 2, 1. Last bit. Curl those elbows up, push to the ceiling, back down and straighten. Curl, press, down and straighten. Fantastic. Curl, press, down and straighten. Awesome. Curl, press, down and straighten. Awesome. Nearly there. Keep going. Press, down and straighten. Fantastic. Curl, press, down and straighten. Tummy is in. We're really remembering our posture. We're nearly there. Arms have had a great workout today. Good. Press, down and straighten. Let's go. One more. Press, down and straighten. Lovely. Get yourselves a drink and make your way back to your chair. We're just going to do some stretches for those arms. They should be feeling a bit tired now. I know mine definitely are. Okay. Nice and tall in your chair. Let's take our hands together and reach them forward. Okay, this could be on your lap or lifted up. Really round that upper back. Feel that stretch across your shoulder blades. Option to drop your head down here. You could have your hands down on your lap. Nice big breaths. Lovely. Good, and then let's bring our hands back, if we can, towards our lower back or as far back as you can. Squeeze those shoulders back together. Feel that opening across your chest. Nice big breaths here. Feel that nice active stretch. Good, big breaths. One more. Lovely. Okay, we're going to reach one arm up. Now, if you can, you're going to support just under your elbow and just let that elbow bend. Okay, feel a stretch down in that tricep, that back of the arm. Now, you might not be able to get very high. That's fine. Just work with wherever you can. Okay, you could even just start with your arm bent and just bringing it up to where it's comfortable, to where you feel a stretch. Shouldn't be painful. It might be that you have someone help you with this. And back down, other side. So bend the elbow if you want to, and then lift that elbow up. Now, if this is your unaffected, you could do this as an active stretch if you can't assist with your other side. Okay, but again, you might not be able to get your shoulder up here. You might just be here. It's just wherever you're feeling a bit of a stretch down the back of that arm and into these muscles down here in your upper back and shoulder. Hold that there. Nice big breaths. Lovely. And then let's hold your arm out in front of you. Place your hand in your palm. And we're going to just bend that wrist back for a wrist stretch. Now, if that's a bit much, you could have your hand just rested on your lap. If it's available to you, you could have your palm facing upwards. That could be quite an intense stretch though. So maybe you could start with your palm facing down and then lifting up. Now again, you're just going to where it's comfortable for you. Feeling like stretching that wrist, you might not get your hand all the way up here, especially if you have tightness in that affected side. Okay, let's repeat to the other side, stretching that hand. So stretching, you're supporting from the base of your fingers, okay? You're not pushing on, pulling on the ends of your fingers. If it's available to you, you could have palm up for that wrist stretch. Another nice one is bringing your hands into a prayer position here. Getting that nice wrist stretch through your forearms. Give everything a nice shake. Went fantastic. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you very much for joining me for this upper body strength session. We're going to be doing another second next week, focusing on upper body strength. So please give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the class today and you've completed it. As always, we welcome any feedback or comments, so please leave them below. And remember, if there's anything you'd like me to include, then you can comment or you can send a message to the Different Strokes Facebook group and I will try to get those ones included. It's always recommended, if you can, to try and complete another at least 2 to 4 exercise classes a week, really to get the most out of them and to be keeping yourself nice, fit and active for health and wellness. Okay guys, thanks for joining me again. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care, bye.